What's up, everyone? It's Books and Looks TV. You may not know it, but growing up in the 90s, we heard a lot about the term mammy. A lot of times when we were younger, we used to throw it around like your mama or your mammy or something of that nature. We knew that a mammy was a derogatory term in a sense. There were times when people would say, "Oh, you don't have a mama, you have a mammy." But as I grew older, I realized that mammy is something even bigger than that. And I want to discuss what it means to be a mammy, and especially when you are a fat woman in a black body. So today, that's what we're going to talk about. Things that we're going to discuss today. Let's start off with Janet Jackson and Poetic
What you got to be
Justice.
so mean about? Oh, so you one of them angry bitches, huh? A feminist.
What you call me?
Said you a mean bitch.
We gotta stop this right now. You don't know shit about me, okay? Don't be calling me no bitch. You don't know nothing about me.
Here I am acting all courteous and shit, trying to spark up a conversation. Nigga gotta call you a bitch to get
Look,
your
I'm a
attention.
black woman, okay? I deserve respect. Don't be calling me no bitch.
Tupac called her the B word and pretty much insisted that she was a feminist and she was angry just because she didn't want to have a conversation with him. And that is a sense of black male entitlement because a lot of times black women have held the burden of what black men want. Originally, it was with white men, and over time, it became black men's sentiments to always be heard and appreciated. And so Tupac felt since they were riding together that she should hold a conversation with him when she simply was not in the mood. Another thing we look at is Shahrazad Ali. Now, Shahrazad Ali is notorious for her sentiments on black women being unruly. In this Living Color segment, she goes on about a tangent. Well, it's an actress who pretty much
Find out if you have what it takes with this simple quiz from part one of her video, Lines of Communication. Hey, babe.
Hey, baby. Is it 6 o'clock already?
No, it's...
Oh, boy, you know little Jake went and blew up his Ninja Turtle in the microwave today. And then Aquanetta twisted and broke her ankle trying to do that Vogue dance. So, I had to rush her to the hospital.
So I got no dinner.
Now, what would you do in this situation? A, take her out to a nice restaurant. B, have dinner at your girlfriend's. Or C, give her an open-handed slap in the mouth.
it's my childhood, good movies, and the disrespect of black women. In the South, if we wanted to be disrespectful, we'd say, yo, mammy. If we wanted to be real disrespectful, we'd say, F you and your fat mammy, little ugly wench. So, how do these terms play a role into society? Let's operationalize mammy. According to Google Dictionary, mammy is defined as one's mother, especially as a child's word. Now, that's a very general explanation. Historically, it's been more than that. We can see the mammy trope in movies like The Help, and where black women were often maids and they would have to be submissive to white women and also go home and take care of their own families. We also see it in Aunt Jemima, where the depiction of her brand was a fat, black, happy woman who pretty much cooked after white people. From slavery through the Jim Crow era, the mammy image served the political, social, and economic interests of mainstream white America. During slavery, the mammy caricature was posted as proof that blacks, in this case, black women, were content, even happy as slaves. Her wide grin, hearty laugh, and loyal servitude were offered as evidence of the supposed humanity of the institution of slavery. This was cited on Ferris State University's website. Black women have often been in both roles, the workforce and the domestic workforce. Now I'm going to talk about the movie Claudine. Claudine was a movie that came out in 1973, and it pretty much showed how Black women were treated if they were on welfare. In this movie, Claudine, I don't really remember what happened to her relationship status, if the men just left her with the children or if her spouse died. But either way, she ended up on welfare, and she also was secretly working, and she meets this Black man that she likes. And so, what happens in the next scene is that a caseworker comes into her home, and she asks her, are you working? Has anybody gifted you anything? She's pretty much trying to find out the status of this woman because she has to document it and she can take away her benefits. And so, pretty much the woman gets fed up. I'm sorry, I forgot her name. I think it's Diane Carrollton. Yeah, she gets fed up and she pretty much tells her, I'm a human like you're a human. I might get gifts like you get gifts. Why are you giving me a hard time? And the white woman is pretty much appalled. But the point of this movie is that it showed the dynamics that Black women weren't simply in the house relying on welfare or in the house and being provided for. So that whole stereotype of welfare queen and all that, to me, it doesn't really hold true to this statement and many statements in Black society. As you can see in the next clip, you will see the daughter of the Black woman or the Black maid who is white passing, and she gets confronted by her mother because her mother wants to check up on her and she wants to build a relationship with her, but the daughter is in her own world and she just wants to be white and not suffer, and she ignores her mother. Again, this is a reality for many Black women. Some people only grieve or seem to appreciate them when they work themselves to death. But talk about Jill Scott playing the mammy trope. Jill Scott has played this in multiple movies. First, she played it in Why Did I Get Married? She was a low self-esteem Black woman who pandered to her abusive husband. Then, in the James Brown film, she so happens to play another mammy type after she...
It was a good crowd today, baby. You want me to make you some dinner?
Gonna stand up in my yard, dressed like that for every man to see. Cover yourself.
She knew that James Brown had an outside family, but she still stayed with him. She was just, keeping herself up as a woman. And James Brown got jealous that a white man looked at her. And so he beat the shit out of her. I'm not sorry. Yeah, he beat the shit out of her. I really like Kelly from Insecure. I feel like Kelly doesn't play the stereotypical mammy type. I feel like Kelly is jolly. Like, they try to make a lot of fat Black women, but I feel like Kelly has her shit together. She's independent, and she doesn't let people take advantage of her. Often what you will see with the mammy trope is that fat Black women are desperate, nobody cares about them, etc. But in Kelly's defense, she is the one who has it together, and she doesn't let her friends take advantage of her. And I'm going to show this next clip as an example of what I mean.
A store can't be that bad.
Bad would be a step up. The basic credit tiers are excellent, good, poor, bad. This Issa. It's all the way at the bottom. Well, unless you get a cosigner, not me. Or you could put down 3 or 4 months' rent if you've been saving.
Ooh, I have been saving. Okay. I've been saving. I've been saving. I've been saving. I've been saving. She been saving. She been saving. No, you know I eat out a lot.
Oh, girl. Lids?
I like my caps fitted.
That is just... Radio Shack ain't even a store no more. Rite Aid. You buying groceries at Rite Aid?
I buy panties there, too.
Well, if it'd make you feel better, then you could throw them a few extra bucks.
Oh, yeah. You're not trying to get me this stuff.
I'm sorry, what?
Okay, so you're probably saying, okay, you're saying all of this, we've heard this before. What are your solutions, or what do you want to see? I like to see more Black women in charge, like Khadijah. Khadijah James was a character in Living Single. She was a fat, glamorous woman. She had her stuff together. She owned a magazine publication, and she was desirable by men. She didn't have to dumb herself down or act timid or any of that. And she enjoyed her life as a single Black woman living in New York City. So I think that there should be more characters like that. That's the end of my video. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any comments, be sure to put it down below. Don't forget to subscribe, and thank you so much for taking time out to watch my video. See you next time. Bye.